Breaking his silence. The man behind a proposed water park and resort casino speaks publicly for the first time on the confusing project. Local spin-off.
It's a beautiful country. We visited the teepee and we've also visited Calgary.
How the recent NATO training at Suffield benefits our area as a whole.
The Medicine Hat Mavericks were looking to rebound tonight after dropping game number 1 in their playoff series versus Okotoks. We will have the highlights of game 2 coming up in sports.
From Medicine Hat, this is the Prairie Zone Chat News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with the president of the Xtreme Typhoon Water Park Resort and Casino defending his proposed development. Now, the story we aired last night about the potential water park and casino project in our city has left many people scratching their heads. Tonight, the man behind the project, Yusuf, is breaking his silence. Now, as we showed you yesterday, a Facebook page was created in 2011 touting a water park, resort, casino, shopping mall and conference center to be built in the Box Springs Business Park. It listed Whitewater West, a company that specializes in water park design, as one of the contributors to the project. Originally, a spokesperson from the company told us that they were not involved in any way. Then she later admitted that Whitewater West had in fact had preliminary discussions with Yusuf. That has Ali defending himself over questions that the resort is not a legitimate business venture.
Well, you know, I mean, seeing is believing. I'm not in the business of trying to convince people to think, you know, how they want to think. You know, that's something I don't subscribe to. So everyone will have their opinion, you know, no matter what. So I'm more, you know, concerned about what I have control over, and that's where I'm putting my focus in.
Ali says companies from as far away as China and Dubai and even a Hollywood movie studio have expressed interest in his project, a project that's estimated to cost $2.5 billion. Earlier, Ali was offering a form of shares on the Facebook site in order to help pay for the development. The deal? You get half off accommodations, shopping, and seasons passes by buying a minimum of $50 right now. That offer has since been rescinded.
After some consultation with our attorney, they said, look, you know, let's pull the plug on that for now, put it on hold, and we'll be more looking along the line of selling shares in terms of privately non-voting shares, as opposed to going that route.
It's been a month now since the province introduced stricter impaired driving laws. As of July 1st, if you blow over .08, you face an immediate license suspension. Now, depending on whether it's your first conviction, your vehicle can be seized between 3 and 7 days. No stiffer penalties seem to be working, as police are saying the number of impaired driving charges in July have dropped dramatically. Last month, 19 charges were filed compared to 52 during July of last year.
Whatever the reason, if it was that or, you know, the awareness campaign that's put out by the Alberta government that they started, whatever the reason that the impaired driving stats are down, we're certainly happy about it.
Coming September 1st, if you blow between .05 and .08, your license will be suspended between 3 and 30 days while losing your vehicle for up to a week. And the city releasing its energy prices for August today, and residents should expect to see a slight increase on their next utility bill. Natural gas is up 38 cents from last month to a price of $2.22 a gigajoule. Electricity is also up to just over 11 cents per kilowatt hour. That's a jump of almost 2 cents an hour. And that leads us to our web poll question for the week. The City of Medicine Hat is exploring the option of allowing residents to pay their utility bills by using a credit card. But it's an expensive option because of the transaction fees charged by the credit card companies. So we'd like to know if you'd be willing to pay that transaction fee if it meant you could then pay your utility bill with your credit card. Log on to www.chattelevision.ca to cast your vote. We'll have those results for you back here on Friday. And it's the first day of August, which marks the halfway point of summer. Now, while looking at summer as half over can be depressing. However, a more exciting way of looking at it is today is the start of corn season. Tabor corn stands officially going up all across Alberta today. The 3 stands in our city opened at 9:30 this morning, and we're doing brisk business. In just over 2.5 hours, this stand outside the old Canadian Tire had sold about 8 full sacks of the famous corn, which translates to about 400 ears of corn. Sales are starting to about 2 weeks earlier than last year.
It's actually really good. The quality is really good. The corn, I had some yesterday and it was awesome. It was really sweet. So this corn is a lot better than last year and I love it.
You're watching Chat News. When news happens in your area, email us with your interesting pictures and video clips at chatnews@jpbg.com.
A top-ranking official with the Alberta Health Services is resigning tonight over concerns about his personal expense account while working at a previous government post. Alauddin Morali has been the Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer with AHS since May. Now, earlier this year, it was revealed Morali claimed over $345,000 between January 2005 and August 2008 while working with the former Capital Health region in Edmonton. Those claims included things like dinners, membership dues, and maintenance on his Mercedes-Benz. Morali's spending habits also came under fire while working with eHealth Ontario, something the AHS says they were aware of during his hiring process. And after a long and fierce ideological battle, the Canadian Wheat Board has lost its 77-year monopoly over Western wheat and barley farmers. The Harper government's Marketing Freedom for Grain Farmers Act officially came into effect today. Here's Fletcher Kent with what it means to Alberta farmers.
To cheers at a Saskatchewan grain farm, the Prime Minister ushers in this new era in farming. After a long and bitter philosophical battle over the Wheat Board's monopoly, the Prime Minister takes this moment to make another point. In 1996, several farmers protested having to sell their grain to the Wheat Board by taking wheat to the U.S. They were charged and many went to jail. After the Conservatives changed the law, Harper's pardoning those farmers.
At least now I know that my name is a clean slate.
It is a rare and significant thing for this power to be exercised. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm pleased to announce that it will be exercised. These people were not criminals. They were our fellow citizens.
These historic events aside, most prairie farmers are trying to figure out exactly what's next. Humphrey Bannock's one of them. He's also with the Wild Rose Agricultural Producers.
It's just going to take a little more time for us. We're looking forward to the opportunity to get out here and play in the game and see how it works.
Bannock is selling some of last year's wheat into this new market. He doesn't have to go through the Wheat Board. In fact, on this day, he thinks he'll make more without the board's pooling powers. But he knows there will be some not-so-good days, too. Marketing won't be as easy as it once was.
Any farmer out there, we hope to average price over the year. We hope to hit a few highs, and we hope we don't hit too many lows. So it's going to add some challenges that way.
Some challenges, some opportunities, and no doubt, despite this new era, some continued dispute over whether it's even welcome. Fletcher Kent, Global News.
Now, while farmers are no longer required to sell their crop through the Wheat Board, it does still exist. Anyone choosing to sell through the government organization is still free to do so.
Financial Markets brought to you by TD Waterhouse, wealth of experience.
Tonight we have the final installment of the series on the NATO training that's being conducted annually out at Suffield. While the soldiers are receiving world-class instruction, they aren't the only ones benefiting from the experience. As Brianna Carson-Smith reports, our local economy and the Canadian forces also stand to gain from hosting the contingents of allies.
They've spent 3 weeks in Canada training for dozens of different scenarios, from dismantling a dangerous chemical lab to collecting forensic evidence. But the knowledge gained here isn't useful for just the visiting troops.
We're not always doing things the best way ourselves, and it's a great way to see if there are better ways of taking samples, better way of packaging things, better way of detecting things.
The gloves are a very unique glove.
Dr. Scott Duncan is also taking notes. He's part of the team that develops and designs the Canadian suits that protect against hazardous materials.
I'm always scanning, scanning the systems and equipment that the other countries are using. You see some, there's some good ideas out there, and there's also things you see that you say to yourself, boy, we're doing things a lot better than the way those that country over there is doing it. So and they do the same thing too.
Benefits of hosting NATO training extend past the walls of Suffield. When you bring in 300 troops from 11 different countries for 3 weeks, it equals a major boost for the local economy.
We've been outside. It's a beautiful country. We visited the teepee, and we've also visited Calgary, and we're located at the college at Medicine Hat. So yeah, it's a great environment.
Others stay at local hotels, eat at area restaurants, and buy souvenirs at city stores. Lieutenant Colonel Manfred Hagen has hit the links and enjoyed our summer festivals.
Saturday I was at the chili cookout. It was very interesting. I enjoyed it very much.
So much he's encouraging friends and family members back home to come and see the gas city for themselves. Once training here wraps up, equipment has to be shipped back with the troops. Another gain, this time for the Canadian economy.
Shortly after the exercise is over, they'll be on a plane heading back home. Depending on the size of the nation, some have sea containers that come in. Others are just shipped through a shipping company.
With large economic benefits and lessons to be learned, it appears DRDC will continue to host the sessions for years to come, ensuring those protecting their countries and allies have all the tools necessary to do so. Brianna Karsten-Smith, Chat News.
All right, stay tuned. I'll have your complete weather forecast after the break. Plus, Braden Malsbury joins us later with a look at sports.
Brought to you by Lotto Max. Next jackpot is an estimated $30 million.
More dust. Longer passes. Closer encounters. Greater mysteries. Take it to the max. Lotto Max. Get your ticket for this Friday's jackpot. An estimated $30 million.
There's nothing more inspiring than the perfect colors.
The perfect colors are all here in Designer Series Paint by Beauty. Exclusively at Home Hardware
and Building Center locations.
Rich, inspirational colors with no primer required. Get guaranteed laboratory tested quality in every can. Scrubbable, stain resistant, durable. Get our finest quality with Designer Series Paint by Beauty Tone. Exclusively at Home Hardware and Building Center locations.
All right.
All this picture needs is a Baconator.
Sold. Wendy's Baconator. Lots of bacon and lots of beef. Or try a new Son of Baconator. Decide how big you want to go.
Now that's better.
Take these 2 feet, walk beside me. You know that you can count on me. 'Cause I will always be a friend till the end. Ooh la la la, ooh la la.
Make this school year their best yet with Walmart.
At Parker's Brand Source Home Furnishings, we have a real passion for home furnishings. From that certain style to the brands you know and trust, our greatest desire is to give you the best selection, our time and attention to your heart's desire. Come in and let us share our passion with you. You'll love our Price Guarantee Plus and our owner deals, exceptional offers on items especially selected with you in mind. So come visit Parker's Brand Source Home Furnishings on 3rd Street in downtown Medicine Hat. Free parking in our underground parkade. Parker's Brand Source Home Furnishings. Network driven, people oriented.
Pick up the Brick Savings Book. Take 50% off all reclining sofas when you buy the matching love seat or chair. Like this padded micro suede reclining sofa, only $449. Or get it in genuine leather, only $699. For reclining sofas, nobody beats the Brick.
Welcome back. Let's get right to the AccuWeather forecast. Taking a look at our daily almanac, we are right spot on the normal highs and lows today. 28 the high, 12 the low. Much, much lower than our record high coming on this day in 1908. 39.4 degrees. Sun rose at 5:52, and look at that, sunset at 9:06. It's, well, summer's over. Look like it's winter. Not really. Right now it's 19 degrees, and the humidity is rising. 50% with winds out of the south at 7 kilometers per hour. You're going to see some winds tomorrow as well, right up to 50 kilometers per hour. More of that in just a minute, but taking a look at the centers across the province that we cover, 16 is the low in Edmonton. Pretty cloudy all across the whole province right now. There was a tornado warning in effect, or tornado watch rather, in effect for Edmonton. That was rescinded around 6 o'clock, but mostly a mix of clouds today, this evening. Bow Island is 20 degrees right behind Medicine Hat, and across the province of Saskatchewan, all in all, a little bit cooler temperatures. Saskatoon, cloudy and 15. Regina, right next, 16. Swift Current is the only clear center across the province. Taking a look at the futurecast, this is interesting. This low-pressure system that's building over the Rockies, it's bringing with it not only some heavy precipitation to the central part of our province, but some precipitation and thunderstorms tomorrow at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then some more rain precipitation this time tomorrow night around 10, 11 o'clock. But it's also bringing some real winds with it too. 50 kilometers per hour gust in the afternoon tomorrow. Taking a look right now across the regions that we look at, 13 degrees is the overnight low, partly cloudy in Brooks. 23 tomorrow is the high, 55% chance of thunderstorms. Tomorrow, Leader, 14 degrees, partly cloudy, 25% chance of precipitation overnight, and 22 degrees is the high with thunderstorms as well tomorrow. Maple Creek, 14 and clear overnight, 23 and thunderstorms, 55% chance of that. Winds out of the north at 31 kilometers per hour, and the same with Medicine Hat, 15 and clear, winds out of the south at 19 kilometers tomorrow. 22 degrees, those thunderstorms coming tomorrow right around 1 p.m. and then some more showers, as we were saying, with wind gusts up to 50 kilometers per hour. And taking a quick look at our 7-day forecast, you can see the cooling trend, 22 tomorrow, 19 on Friday, but that's mostly overnight. And then for the nice long weekend, it's back to a mix in sun and clouds, 27, 32, 26. So all in all, not bad news. It should be a very nice long weekend for you. Braden Malsbury's next with a look at sports.
This is the United Conservatory of Music, where we don't just sell music. We love music, we know music, and we want to help you enjoy your music, whatever form it takes. A huge variety of instruments, including the amazing Roland digital pianos. Experience our acoustic room with exclusive Martin and Taylor acoustic guitars, and so much more. Wherever music takes you, our staff will show you the way. Discover the United Conservatory of Music today.
For 20 wonderful years, CHINOOK Village has been growing with our community while growing a vibrant community of their own. Ann Janke, their very first resident.
We liked the idea that we could own our own place.
And founding member Art Brown.
One of the things that CHINOOK Village is really famous for are the meals. Hats off to that kitchen crew.
Find a new home and a new community. CHINOOK Village, 20 years of giving you more.
When you think diamonds, think Rosette by Reed.
Find the perfect ring for that perfect moment.
Thousands to choose from, or we'll make one specially for you.
And we ship around the world.
Our prices are competitive right across Canada.
So when you think diamonds, think Rosette by Reed, 3rd Street, downtown.
Shockwave therapy is now in Medicine Hat at the Santé Surgery Center. This anti-aging, doctor-administered treatment can handle your pain, and it's an easy, non-invasive procedure. Santé Surgery Spa is one of the only places in Canada that has the technology of focused shockwave therapy, and it is medically backed. It works for a series of conditions from sport injuries, foot problems, shoulders and lower back pain, and treats cellulite, giving you smoother skin and better circulation. Visit the Santé Surgery Center and ask about the latest doctor-administered shockwave therapy today.
For a beautifully designed home, there's a paint that leaves your signature on every wall. Rich, lustrous Beauty Tone Signature Series, exclusively at Home Hardware and Building Center locations. Fast drying and spatter resistant, providing excellent coverage. Get guaranteed laboratory tested quality in every can. For the best combination of quality and value, choose Beauty Tone Signature Series.
Exclusively at Home Hardware and Building Center locations.
Crime Stoppers brought to you by Chat TV. Proud to help fight crime in our community.
I'm Michelle Brunet, Crime Stoppers Coordinator. Crime Stoppers, along with the Medicine Hat Police Service, need your help to solve a break-enter and theft to a compound just off of Box Springs Road in Medicine Hat between June 23rd and the 25th, 2012. Stolen was a 1999 75 XT Pace Uniloader with a door missing and belonging to MJB Enterprises. The machine is valued at $25,000.
Crime Stoppers pays a cash reward up to $2,000 for information that leads to an arrest for this crime, or the recovery of stolen property, drugs, or the arrest of wanted persons. Tip calls are anonymous and completely confidential. You can call Crime Stoppers at the numbers you see here, or you can leave a secure tip online at the Crime Stoppers website. Crime Stoppers, brought to you by Chat TV, proud to help fight crime in our community.
Welcome back, everyone. We begin sports with the WNBL playoffs. The Medicine Hat Mavericks dropped Game 1 of their best-of-5 West semifinal series last night to the Okotoks Dogs at home. The Mavs looking to even up the series tonight in Game number 2. Let's head down to Athletic Park right now. We'll pick this one up in the bottom of the first. Joel Lutz spanks this ball to the left. It's caught, but it's good enough to bring Grant Silva home. 1-0 Med Hat. A bit later, Bubba Dotson crushes this one. That's a 2-run shot over the My 96 FM sign. My 96, your at-work station. Mavs leading 3-0 after the first. Top of the second. Dogs looking to get on the board. Trace Tam Singh at the dish, drills it deep to center. Goodbye ball, he makes it a 3-2 game. Top of the fourth, Jonas Pistolo hits a line drive to center. Jared Bartnick hustles home. He ties it up at 3s. Bottom of the fourth, Bubba Dotson shoots it to right. That's an RBI single. Mavs back in front, 4-3. Top of the fifth, Stetson Olsen nails it to center, but check out the fantastic throw to first to end the inning. Let's go to the bottom of the seventh. Grant Silva chops it up the middle. 2 runners touch home plate, 6-3 for the Gas City. Mavs continue to roll. Mitch Fry squirts it up center. Colin Hetzler slides in, and he is safe. He's fist pumping. Get crazy, get wild, because it's 7-3 Medicine Hat. Then Joel Lutz gets pegged. Looks like it hurts. He's walked in. Grant Silva has to touch home. 8-3 Mavericks. Bottom of 8. Mavs aren't done scoring runs. Ben Smith really gets a hold of it. 9-3 for the Gas City at this point. Grant Silva will come up to the plate, and he will pick up an RBI single to make it a 10-3 ball game. That is your final. The Mavs even up the series at 1.
Everything came together. You know, we hit the ball well, runners in scoring position. We did everything we needed to do. Played solid defense, a lot better than last night. Ran the ball well and pitched a lot better. Gave a quality start out of Levi. It was a good start for him. And bullpen just went right along and mowed down.
The series now moves to Okotoks for games 3 and 4. Game 3 kicks off tomorrow night at 7:05 p.m. Staying with baseball, the AA Moose Monarchs are in Whitefish for the Montana-Alberta AA State Championships. Today, Medicine Hat was taking on the Helena Senators, and the Moose Monarchs get it done with a 7-1 victory. Connor Lutz gets the win on the mound. He went 7 innings and struck out 3 batters. At the plate, Nolan Radai was 4 for 4 with 1 RBI. The Gas City is back on the diamond tomorrow at 4 p.m. when they square off with the Bozeman Bucks. To the Olympics now. It was a pretty decent day for Canada at the 2012 London Games. Our nation won 2 more medals in London, the latest coming in swimming. Mission BC's Brent Hayden was second at the turn and gamely hung on to grab the bronze by just 4/100ths of a second. In the men's 100-meter freestyle final, American Nathan Adrian took gold while James Magnuson of Australia captured silver. The day's first medal for Canada and the only one of the 6 not a bronze came in rowing as the men's 8 took silver behind the Germans. And a stellar Olympic career is over for 2-Sports star Clara Hughes as she placed 5th in today's 29-kilometer women's time trial. Well, most Olympic stories are about athletes giving it all to win. But in the badminton competition, 8 women have been disqualified for deliberately trying to lose. 4 pairs of players, 2 from South Korea and 1 each from China and Indonesia, were booed by spectators as they allegedly missed shots and serves on purpose. All 4 teams had already qualified for the next stage of the competition. Authorities suspect the players were losing on purpose to manipulate the draw and end up with easier opponents in the quarterfinals. The sport's highest body, the Badminton World Federation, charged the players with not doing their best to win and abusing or demeaning the sport. Well, a former high school basketball star is yet another statistic of the violent crime that is taking over Chicago's streets. Michael Haynes was shot and killed last Thursday. Ted Rollins spoke to his family.
Instead of preparing for his departure for college, Michael Haynes' family is now preparing for his funeral.
I was just hoping that if I did fall asleep, and I'd wake up, and it'd be a dream. And it's not, and it hurts.
A former Chicago high school basketball star, Haynes was getting ready to get off the streets of Chicago and onto the basketball court in order to fulfill his dream of becoming a Division I basketball player when he was fatally shot and killed near his home.
Gentle giant, 6'6", physical specimen. Been a star since he was in 7th grade. As far as his athletic ability, man, genuine.
Not only did Haynes have athletic ability, but he was also someone in the neighborhood who kids looked up to.
He'd help them play ball, shoot around with them. You know what I'm saying? If Mike had a few extra dollars on him, he'd probably help kids get some ices, go to the candy store. He is helping everybody.
According to his family, Haynes was trying to break up a fight over a stolen necklace when he was shot. He later died at a hospital. It was one of 5 fatal shootings in the city over an especially violent 12-hour stretch.
God doesn't make any mistakes, and maybe Michael served his purpose here, and maybe this will make people stop.
Friends and family say Michael was one of those types of people that always tried to help other people. That is, of course, exactly how he died, trying to break up a fight in his neighborhood. Now, of course, a very promising life has been lost. Ted Rollins, CNN, Chicago.
All right, and that's a look at sports. And Medicine Hat Mavericks, of course, evening up the best-of-5 series. Great effort tonight at home with a convincing win.
Yeah, exciting game.
It was really good.
Backyard barbecue. That's
Yeah.
what we were doing tonight.
They put you in charge of cooking,
Yes.
which is very scary. I
So-
don't know why we do that.
Wesley Dennis and all his friends and family who are there, you can take your food poisoning complaints right to Alberta Health Services. Just skip them. Great time. It was a lot of fun. That's all the time we have for tonight. That's all. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.